Hey, welcome back to my 1972 Datsun 510. Today, work continues on cutting the rust out of the car. It's been about 7 months since I worked on the car, and today we're going to continue sort of working on this inner sill. Next thing I'm actually going to work on is the seatbelt mount. I will tell you that I actually have been working for about the whole morning on the car, but my computer corrupted the video files whenever I went to push them onto my computer, so I lost that. So I'll go ahead and walk through what I've done since last time I've shown you guys a video, and some of the work actually took place back in January of this year, crazy enough. Alright, so first things first, here's the floor plan. This is the underside. So I've already got the holes cut in to here. The frame rail or frame, and actually added in some holes so I can use the Coil mounts, these bad boys, to hold it down. I've actually mounted a couple of them already and sort of tried and practiced and made sure everything's good. I replaced a chunk of metal here, also a chunk of metal here inside the frame, so that way they're both good. Cut out some more of the floor plan. Cut out a little too much over here, so I got to figure out how I'm going to build that up. I replaced this inner sill piece this morning, tied it into the new piece over here that I had made before I left for 7 months. Sort of like what I was talking about. Here's this seatbelt mount. As you can see, I can almost peel that off myself, which is not good whenever you think about a seatbelt. So I'll be taking this out and replacing this, and then looking at this whole piece here to rebuild this inner piece as well. So that's what I'm going to continue to work on, and we'll go from there. The way that I'm going to continue the format of the channel is I'm probably going to talk a lot less, just let the work speak for itself. If you got questions, put them below. I'll go ahead and try to answer them as best I can. But I really got to get this car back out on the road, and so I'm waiting on a few parts to come in. My weld-through primer is the can's not working for me, and so I've got to order some more there, and so that'll pause me on getting the floorboards in. So I'll build out the outer pieces that I don't require weld-through primer because I'm not doing any kind of butt welding. But let's go ahead and get back to work. GoPro, stop recording. Alright, so I've got the next piece cut out. You saw me cut out the seatbelt mount. So this seatbelt was held in by one spot weld left. The rest of them were all no longer like viable and were not holding the piece to this piece. The seatbelt mount itself is made up of a large nut. I think it's 17 millimeter. Not 100% sure. I'll have to check. But then there is a plate, a thicker plate of metal that goes out and distributes the weight farther across the metal panel that goes on the inside. So that's 3 sets of metal that are going to hold you in if you're in a crash. This rust was there, meaning meaning that if I would have gotten into a crash, my passenger likely would have had the bottom seatbelt mount just snap immediately. And would have provided little to no protection moving forward. So I have cut this piece out. I'm still going to retain this piece. There's still quite a bit of good metal here. I'm also going to take this piece turn it into the plate, and then using the exact same thickness of metal, it's a little hot, sorry. I'm gonna make the piece that goes behind it. So we'll go from having a thin sheet of metal to a sort of thicker sheet of metal and a tab, to having the tab, a thicker sheet of metal, and then another thick sheet of metal that'll go in and replace the pieces, which will be much safer as we move forward with this car instead of what we did have, which was a very unsafe seatbelt mount. I did the same thing on the other side whenever that was there, and so we'll just continue to move forward, but I figured I'd give you the heads up on why the seatbelt mounts are pretty important, and you should probably check yours if you haven't already, just to see whether or not that's going to cause problems. Alright, so take a little look here where a lot of like this stuff is sort of bubbled up and there's a lot of rust underneath it. We're going to chip it back and see what it looks like, just because I'm waiting to do some other work around the car. But you just sort of see like just the amount of crap that's fallen out. Anyway, let's check it out. Ooh. Ugh. See all the crap that fell out right there? It's just, I mean, just loads and loads of crap. You can see a whole bunch of like some sort of red filler, like resin of some sort right here. See, this is a different color, and there's actually some filler you can see sort of right here, peeking through. But it's, I mean, this is clearly been replaced at some point in time. Sorry, I got jets flying over my house. But it's clearly been replaced sometime before, but they didn't, water just got in and it just wasn't the best repair job. So we're gonna cut it all out. We're gonna keep moving forward, but just figured I'd show you that real quick as I was cleaning up for the evening. Alrighty, hey, if you like what you see, go ahead and comment, like, subscribe. This was one day of work. I missed the early part of the day because of the loss of video, but we're crushing it. We're gonna move forward. We're gonna get this thing done. A lot of specs here on this camera. Might have to replace the screen protector. That's why I have them. Anyway, thanks for watching. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording. It's been about 7 months since I think the wife's back. Maybe? No. It's been about 7 months since I have worked on the car. There's just all these really vehicles just rolling around here. GoPro, stop recording.
If you like what you see, go ahead and click the subscribe button. That subscribe button lets me know that I'm doing good work. Also, don't forget to set up your notifications so that way it'll notify you whenever I post a new video. Over here you're going to see my newest video. And then finally, over here is what YouTube suggests should be the next video in this series. I've got all my videos set up in different playlists, so you should be able to see and track and follow whichever projects you feel like. Thank you for watching. Get out there and work on your car, and God bless.